Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Makeup with Keisha. I'm Keisha. As the title says, we're going to go quickly through some of the skincare that I've been doing consistently to try to get rid of some of this hyperpigmentation. As you can see, I've got dark patches or just discoloration. Now this has gotten better over time and I'll show you the reason why. But before we get into all of that, first of all, check out the nails. Just did my nails this weekend. Super cute. Don't judge my dots. I'm right-handed. Left hand turned out a lot better than the right hand because obviously I'm right-handed and I'm still learning how to use the dotter tool appropriately. The base color is Essie. It's the Wicked for Good collaboration in the name, Wicked. So it's like this beautiful dark, I want to say dark purple, dark burgundy. Either way, it's gorgeous. And then the white is just another Essie typical white nail polish. I think it's called Cloud or Linen, something like that. When I find it, y'all know I'll put it in there somewhere. Anyway, so because your girl has been struggling with hyperpigmentation, basically the bulk of my life, it comes from several things. Of course, diet is a majority to do with it. I am a type 2 diabetic, but we're working on getting out of that. We're getting very close to being out of being a type 2. But if you don't know, that can cause some of the discoloration around my neck. As you can see, it's definitely lightened up over the years. Like if you guys had known me a couple years ago, it was a lot worse. So I've gotten better. I also, unfortunately, am still subject to acne, even as an adult. Sometimes I'll forget to, if I go too long without cleaning my makeup brushes, if I don't change out my pillowcases as often as I'm supposed to, I tend to break out. Or in this case, I actually just broke out recently because I waxed my face and there's some little bumps that have already started to come back. And then I am prone to ingrown hairs. So I pick up those ingrown hairs and then I have all this discoloration. So all that being said, the thing that's been helping me keep or at least lighten up some of these is this. This is the Peach and Lilly Super Reboot Resurfacing Mask. This is, I believe this is also a line of Korean skincare. I get this from Ulta. I believe it is $45. As you see, this is my second jar. She is halfway empty. At some point, I will have to buy a new jar. It is totally worth it though. So basically this, after you've washed your face with whatever face wash you're going to do, this is actually designed to help fade off clogged pores, rough patches, bumps. It's a wash-off mask. It gently exfoliates and resurfaces the skin, helps unglue dead skin cells while cleaning out the deepest of pores, while hyaluronic acid and something I can't pronounce, and it rapidly improvement for the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles for a dramatic, smoother look and feel. Give your skin a total reboot. Enhanced results are to follow up with the Pure Beam Luxe Oil or Matcha Pudding Antioxidant Cream. So I've been using this. This is the second jar, and I do see a huge difference. There's definitely a lot lighter. I don't feel like I have to do as much to cover it up anymore, because I felt like back in the day I would have to like practically grind the foundation into my skin. So it's definitely helped. So this basically, after you wash your face, take this. I like to take a nice fan brush. I know people use fan brushes for like highlighter and stuff, but I also like to use these. Actually, more specifically, I like to use one of these, like just a nice standard fan brush. It's a bigger fan brush. Obviously, I know this is supposed to be for like highlighting or whatever, but I like to use these to apply my mask. They do it in the spas, make sure I put a nice even layer on there. And I let it sit for the full 20 minutes. The directions say anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. I will say I did have to kind of build up to 20 minutes only because this is intense. This is 10% AHA and plus 0.5% BHA plus blue agave. So this does have it's a bit of an intense feeling, like almost like a stinging sensation. Like you really I have to have my fan on for the first couple times I used it just to kind of help distract myself, because it feels like it's getting in there. But what I'll do is I will wash my face, put this on for 20 minutes, rinse off very thoroughly, because it feels very, it has like a and this is not in a negative way, it has like a bit of a slimy texture when it gets wet again and you start to remove it. So you want to make sure it's purely stripped off. And then I will follow up. Now I know this said to do it with the matcha antioxidant cream, but I've been using the Peach and Lily overnight star night cream to brighten and restore. And this is so cute. I believe this is blueberry. Oh yeah, it does. It has acai berry and black ginseng. You apply this overnight and you wake up glowing. And it's wonderful. And of course, you can face the morning as your most radiant self. So I use this at night before, instead of my normal moisturizer. Now, this also depends on how badly I'm breaking out. So this is my normal go-to if I'm breaking out. This is the Clean and Clear Essence Dual Action Moisturizer. It's a salicylic acid acne treatment. Moisturizes and clears acne with Pro Vitamin B5, fragrance-free. I've used this for many, many years. She has been my go-to. I even have a backup just in case, because that's how much I love this particular moisturizer when I'm breaking out. And I tend to break out more in the summer because obviously I'm oily, things are dirty and whatnot. So anyway, so on the nights, I only do this twice a week, only because this is an exfoliant and you don't want to over exfoliate your face. When you're over exfoliating, keep in mind, this is making it easier to get sun damage. You are killing that layer of skin that protects you from sun damage. So you don't want to do this too often. I like to do this two times a week, Mondays and Thursdays. So I will be doing this tomorrow, depending on when I upload this video. But that's one of my favorites, $45, but it's a miracle in a jar and I love it. Now I have tried it with the matcha. I did have a little sample size of the Peach and Lily Matcha pudding antioxidant cream. Is supposed to moisturize and protect, and I've used it. It's a cute little, it's great, but I prefer the Peach and Lily. I prefer this night cream over anything. So what I like to do, unfortunately, I have nails on, so I have to use a tool. What I'm just gonna do is just take my tweezers. I'm gonna take that much. Don't worry, they're clean, they're sanitized. All right, we're just gonna rub that in. And already you can see, like, my skin was super dry a few minutes ago. And it's already, like, giving my skin just hydration. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna have to, if I have to get this in my nail, I will have to get it under my nail. So what you do is, you know, just use the front of my nail to dip it out. Should have just done that in the first place, girl. All right, so we're just gonna hit the neck. Especially those under eyes. Child, we don't want no more freaking wrinkles. We are pushing 40, folks. We're pushing 40. My birthday is in 3 months. I won't be 40, but I will be one step closer to 40. So, yeah. And that, already my skin feels really nice and hydrated. It's very gentle. It's definitely a nice follow-up to that mask, because after you've had so much harshness, if that's the word I want to use, it's wonderful. So another alternative, if I don't do the mask, let's say I'm having a really, really skin sensitive week, I decide I don't want to do the mask. So what I'll also do is I will do the Medicube. This is the Zero Pore pads. This is also AHA, BHA, panthenol, allantoin, and sodium hyaluronate. Sodium hyaluronate. I'm very literate, I promise. I'm struggling with some of these words. Science was not my favorite topic in school. Anyway, so this came, it didn't really come in anything. I ordered it on a whim. It comes with these cute little tongs so you can pick them up, and you have these little little cotton pads that are soaked in the solution, and you can kind of see some of the solution in there. I've been using these as well, so I would say that between this and the Peach and Lily mask, I think that those are the two things that are really helping get rid of a lot of my hyperpigmentation. I do alternate these because too much again, too much exfoliation, you start to damage that skin barrier. You don't want to do that. So I have enjoyed both of these very much. I believe this retails for $23. Again, I'll have the price somewhere above my big noggin. You'll see it soon. So those are two of the things that I've been doing very consistently lately because, again, I just want my skin to, I would love to get that glass skin, the Korean glass skin where your skin is just so clear you don't have to wear foundation anymore. I would love to get to that point. Is that realistic? Probably not. Is it expensive? Yes, very much so. But, you know, you live and you learn, you know, let me live. So, because I tend to get dry lips, I do like to use, this is the Plouise, and you may have already seen my product review of this. I did an unboxing. This is the Plouise Protect Your Pout lip conditioner. This is in Gooey S'mores. So what I'll do is, and it's a very clear product, just that much. All right, epic failing already. All right, and then I just like to keep this by my bedside to keep my lips nice and supple because, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I do snore. And unfortunately, sometimes if my nose is stuffed, I become a mouth breather. So the first thing that's going to dry up is my mouth area because of, you know, whatever. So I just like to have a little lip conditioner, or if I don't have this, then I have several other lip balms that I can always use. But this is one of my favorites. This is the Aquapore Lip Repair. I love to use this. This is my daily go-to. This is always going to be in my bag, my makeup bag. It's going to be with me at all times. And then, of course, I have some just regular lip balms. These are actually Arizona tea inspired ones. And you will also have seen these in my makeup haul for when I did for Black Friday. But yeah. But now that my skin is hydrated, my lips are hydrated, the last thing I need to do is, of course, throw some lotion because it's cold outside. This is the Vaseline Advanced Repairs 72-Hour Moisture for extremely dry, rough skin. It's fragrance-free. I like to take this and mix it with some baby oil, particularly lavender scented baby oil, because the combination helps locks in the hydration. And look, it is winter. All right, it's winter. We stay ashy. So that's just my little tip. Now I know some people use Bath and Body Works, body butters, all that good stuff. Use whatever works for you. That's entirely up to you. I just use what works for me. As I've gotten older, my skin is not necessarily sensitive, but it does need that little bit of TLC. So I just try to do what I can by what works for my skin. In the winter, I am dry, honey. I am dry. I am ashy. You could call me Ashy Larry, okay? So we want to stay hydrated. When they say moisturize, we don't do ashiness around here. We don't do dry nothing. I had a thought, but I'm going to leave it alone because this is YouTube and I don't want to get age restricted. So that is the conclusion of my video. I am now nicely moistened and ready to go. Make sure I throw my watch back on because Lord knows I keep forgetting to put my watch on. I don't know about y'all, but I like to track my sleep. Not that I get much of it, but I do like to track my sleep, so I sleep with my watch on. But anyway, that is going to conclude tonight's video. I'm about to hit the sheets. Look, I got the bonnet on. She ready. Don't mind my edges because I actually do wear a headscarf underneath my bonnet. I just have to readjust it. I'm just not going to do it on camera because y'all not about to be up here joking me for my non-existing edges. It's not going to happen. Not today. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no spam. So, all right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Love you. Bye.